What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and today I have a special guest on the channel. My boy Luka actually hit me up because he came top 8 at a 100-man tournament, you said?
Yeah,
So at a 100-man tournament with you would call this pure Tri-Brigade, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Okay, so pure control Tri-Brigade, and it's a deck that I actually haven't put on the channel yet. So yeah, Luka, take it away, bro. Congratulations on your top 8. Tell us about your matchups. Tell us about what you lost to. What went well with this deck? What didn't? Go ahead. The floor is yours.
So I played Pure Tri-Brigade, and so I went X1-1 before getting to top 8, and I played a lot of Shaddoll. I played a lot of Striker as well for some reason. Yeah. So I played 3 Fractal. It's the best card in your deck. Starts your combo to get to Simorg. If you guys don't know, so basically this card just you can send one card from your hand to graveyard, or send it to the graveyard, and then you send one level 3 or lower winged beast, which is any of your other Tri-Brigades. So this is I played 3 Tri-Brigade Nerval. It combos well with Fractal. You can send it off Fractal because it adds a Tri-Brigade from deck to hand when it's sent to the graveyard. 3 kit. This card is it's like basically like Nerval, except it sends from deck to graveyard. And I played 3 Kairas, so this is like an extender of sorts. You discard a beast, beast warrior, winged beast, which all the Tri-Brigades are, to summon it. So each of the Tri-Brigades have their own clause, if you don't know. So you can banish any number of beast, beast warrior, or winged beasts from your graveyard to summon a beast, beast warrior, winged beast, link monster with link rating equal to the number banished. So basically, this gives you access to stuff like the Simorg link. It gives you access to their own generics like Shurig. This banishes a card on field. Rugal, Bridget, and then the Ancient Warriors link. This is like a bounce.
So I gotta ask you a question. I gotta ask you a question before you continue. How many times did you get Lancia during this tournament?
I got Lancia'd around 20 times at least.
Yeah, but so with this variant, it doesn't matter though because you're playing traps, all right?
Yeah, so if you get Lancia'd, basically you just sit on your traps and hope for the best. Hope
Okay.
you don't get OTK'd. Hope you're not playing Dino. That type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So obviously, like some of the traps are like really good even through Lancia, like Revolt.
Yep.
So basically, it's kind of like Soul Charge, except you have to link summon immediately after. So let's say you get Lancia'd after like normal summoning a kid or something, and you have 2 Tri-Brigades in graveyard. So you can link Kit off into Almirage, and then send off of Kit, and then if you have Revolt in hand, you can set it, and then on your opponent's turn, you can make Shurig and then banish a card whenever you feel like it.
Oh, okay. Good interruption then.
Yeah. So I played 3 Tenki. This searches Fractal. It's another starter essentially. 1 Rendezvous. This card was really good today. It helps protect your barrier statue and other stuff on your opponent's turn, just in case they have like an out, or like so you can't just normal summon and run over and then main phase 2 go full combo.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 Prosperity. This essentially, if you guys don't know what this card does, it's nuts. So you banish any number of cards from your extra deck face down, and then you get to essentially Pot of Duality, but even more. So like you can banish 6, you get to excavate 6, and then add 1 from deck to hand. So yeah, this card's really insane. It helps you search your fractals and your Tenkis.
So just for anyone watching, the what's it called, the profile and whatnot, when you prosperity, do you have any recommendations of which cards in the extra deck you want to banish, or which ones you don't want to banish?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of cards in your extra deck that aren't necessarily utility. So the first three that are really like not cards that you really need is like 1 Brigand. So this thing is like Titaniclad, but if you guys know what I'm talking about. So Titaniclad, the Ash Dragon, when it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase, you can add 1 Tri-Brigade. So this is essentially like a Maximus target.
Yep.
And then 1 Ancient Warriors Oath Double Dragon Lords. So you don't really need both of them a lot of the times in the matchup. It comes up, so you still play it just in case. And then either you want to banish one of your Link ones,
Okay.
which generally you like to banish Link Haribo because
Mhm.
it's not as good as Almirage. And then, or you can banish one Shurig. This depends on your matchup, obviously, but 3 still also comes up, so it's good to have just in case.
Okay.
Um, so that's like your basic 3 if you already have combo.
If
But
you want
like when you're
to. Okay.
banishing 6, it like really depends. You can banish like the Axis Code and the Desperate Doom Eagle.
Mhm.
You can banish like Frigid or like the Rugal. It's all depends on your situation.
Yep.
And then I played 3 Revolt. This was the best card I played today, like the best decision I've ever made. This is the thing that kept the deck running the entire tournament. There was this one time I played Altergeist this weekend. He was like X1, I think. I was climbing after I lost in round 2.
Okay.
Um, and so I revolted into all of my monsters and banished his trap during his end phase, which he was going to use to summon Faker. And then I also got my grind game back because Revolt summons all of your monsters back. So it will recur your Nerval and your kit. So you can add back off of, you can add for your follow up on your opponent's turn, which is really nice. 3 Trap Trick. It searches Revolt. It searches your Ice Dragon Prison. This card was really good today. Yeah. So, and then I played 3 Strike. It's good going second. Helps you keep one of your traps on field. So a lot of the times against cards like Dragoon of Red Eyes, I would Ice Dragon's Prison target their Dark Magician. They'd attempt to negate it, and then I'd strike it. And this card like it stops a lot of your opponent's interactions.
Yep.
It just really combos well with your other cards. And then for hand traps, I played 3 Nibiru. This card sucked today. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was really bad. I played mostly Shadal today,
Okay.
and Shadal's realistically one of your worst matchups because of the way I built the deck. I played to play around. I played this deck just to like I built it around the concept of like beating Dragon Link and Prank Kids because I thought that was gonna be what I saw the most.
Hmm.
I saw 1 Dragon Link and 0 Prank Kids.
Wow. Okay. Wait. So you mostly shot Shadal. You said what did you lose to?
Shadal.
Oh.
And
Okay. All right.
I lost to Shadal both rounds. Same player. He came first in the tournament, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nibiru didn't really come up against Shadal. Basically, they normal summon Alistair, they make their Mechaba on summon 4,
Hmm.
and then they just have protection from Nibiru during their entire turn. 3 Ash, this was really clutch today. I stopped a lot of Shadal fusions with this.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, and 2 Phantasme. I would have played 3 because it was really good today, but I didn't really have the space in the deck. I didn't want to go over 40, just drops my consistency a bit.
Hmm.
And then I played the 1 Barrier Statue just
Of course.
because it's like standard combo.
Yeah, of course.
I guess my extra deck, I played 1 Brigand. This never came up all today. I didn't see a single Maximus. Probably should cut this. It really sucked.
Hmm.
1 Axis Code helps standard combo. You can play around Nib with this and still OTK if they leave your Simorg on field. I played 2 Dragon Lords. This was really good. Came in clutch a lot. It beat Dino a lot today. I just bounced their Ultimate Conductor in battle phase, and they just stopped their turn completely. 1 Heartbeat Conductor. I guess this could be any level 2 winged beast Link monster, just because.
You just use it to link climb, right?
Yeah, it's just Link. Like if in standard combo you Fractal, send Nerval, then Nerval add Kit, normal summon Kit, and then you make your Conductor, and then you climb into Simorg. You need the Winged Beast, so you just need to have any Winged Beast in your extra deck. That's a link to.
Yep.
1 Desperate Doom Eagle. That's mostly for climbing attacks code, but it also has this niche effect that comes up once in a while, where it gains 2400 attack for when your opponent has no monsters in their graveyard. and I guess it's also kind of like DD Crow, where you
Yep.
can just shuffle a monster from your opponent's grave into deck. One link Karibo. This was somewhat solid today. You can just link Nervall off and then add your monster, which was all right today, but I definitely preferred Almirage just because you can tribute it as cost, and then you can link into the extra monster zone.
Okay.
Two Frigid. This is also really good today. Frigid, if you guys don't know, it's like you can special summon from hand once per turn, which is really good in this deck because it gives you essentially another link monster as well, because you're summoning your monster and then you can immediately use the effect to banish 2 or 3 or whatever you want. And you just make another link monster and you can climb into access code with it. One Rugal, I guess this is kind of mandatory. I don't really like this card in particular. It didn't come up much, but when it did come up, it was all right. And then 3 Shureg. This was the best card in my deck today. So this card, you can banish 1 if another Wing Beast or Beast Warrior is summoned, or when it is summoned, you can banish 1 on the field. And then when it's sent to graveyard, it also floats. So you can add, basically, as soon as this card hits the field, you banish 1, and then you can link it off. It floats into one of your other Tri-Brigades, which was really, really good today.
Yep.
Helped with my grind game, helped disrupt my opponent. It was just really, really solid. And then in the side deck, I played 3 Alpha. This card wasn't too great today, but it says Beast on it, so you kind of have to play it. It was just there.
It synergizes pretty well, actually, low-key.
Yeah, so like this outs Dragoon as well, which is a pretty big problem because you only have one like native out to Dragoon, and if they like stop that, then you can't really do much.
Yeah.
One Pankratops, back row is one of your worst matchups, I guess. So this is really good. It also pops Schism, which is also for Shadals. That's definitely a really bad matchup for you. 3 Cosmics also stop Schism in standby phase. You can just banish their Schism and they can't really do much. 3 Dark Ruler. It beats Dragon Link boards as well as beating the Shadal stuff sometimes.
Okay.
So you can just, as soon as they drop their window, you just Dark Ruler and their board is pretty much gone. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. I cited this in a lot today. It's good against, it's just there. You don't really have a reason not to play it.
Of course.
Good against back row. Good against an occasional combo deck. Good in the mirror too. Yeah, you just wipe their back row, and I guess it's a sacky 1-0. And then going first, I set it in 3 anti-spell and 1 Imperial Order.
So I actually saw this, and I have a question for you. So I see a lot of Tri-Brigade builds side in Dark Samorg, because Dark Samorg plus anti-spell is kind of disgusting if you think about it. It just makes your opponent not be able to use their spell traps at all, pretty much.
Yeah.
But you're not siding in the Dark Samorg. Is that because you're playing traps and you're afraid that if you like set 4 or 5 or whatever, then you won't be able to summon the Dark Samorg, or is there a reason just you chose not to play Dark Samorg at all?
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that Eldritch is becoming a less and less prevalent figure in the meta because Shadal's running around, you just banish their lord, and all of a sudden you don't really have, like,
Plays.
your grind is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a lot of other decks, like Altergeist, might be able to out your Dark Samorg before that even happens, right?
Okay.
So they just like maybe they'll like imperm like one of your Tri-Brigades before you make it, and then they summon Faker, and all of a sudden your deck's gone. But also like a lot of trap decks and other types of decks like that are falling or are getting like, they don't get a lot of representation anymore because they're
not as good anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, they're just not as good anymore. Altergeist is like a 2018 deck. Eldritch just doesn't have enough strength to be able to play through like Dragon Link boards, or you can't like even just summon Construct. is like you send aerial and all of a sudden all of your grind is gone. Like your graveyard is like one of your most important things when you're playing Eldritch.
Yeah.
And then like it's also the fact that this deck does really well against decks like Eldritch. Because with Simorg, you can't target the barrier statue, so they can't just Lord send it away and oh, there goes your entire.
Actually, this is a ruling question. I'm pretty sure you might know this ruling, but if you have a barrier statue, they can't summon any other traps either, huh?
No, they cannot.
Yeah,
They can't
so
summon their traps, so like they
you're pretty
can't
much locking
activate.
them out.
Yeah, you've locked them out of playing essentially.
Okay.
So like basically this plus this is just unbeatable for Eldritch, and then this like if they try to like needle sealing you or something or like activate a trap card, that's like a blowout for most decks. This essentially states if a linked or if one of your linked monsters is would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card instead. So this stuff like just running it over in battle and other stuff like that. I think the worst matchup for this deck was definitely Shadal.
Mm-hmm.
I played like 5 or 6 Shadal matchups today, or yeah, I played 5 or 6 Shadal matchups.
How many rounds was it overall?
There was 8 of Swiss, and then there was one top. I played one top cut.
And then in the top cut, you said you lost to the same Shadal player.
Yeah, the same Shadal player I lost to in round 2.
Damn. So you went X1 in Swiss.
X1 won. I tied against a striker player.
Oh, okay.
Like there were 3 minutes left, and we were about to go into tie. So there's not really much you could do about it.
Of course.
If you let them go second, they just like Hayate poke you for game, and
then
so
it's an annoying matchup. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. So like for around 30 minutes, we sat under mine. I ended up winning somehow with no back row removal at all.
How did that happen?
He like desires into like he activated desires and then he banished most of his like resources. He still had 3 Ray left in deck, but by the time he drew into all 3, I already had like enough back row set up to beat him.
Yeah.
So I had like Ice Dragon's Prison to banish his Hayate, and then I had Strike for the Hayate again, and then I just Ice Dragon Prison it again, and he just didn't have enough to
play anymore, pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, congratulations on your top cut.
Thank you.
Hopefully, this is not the last time we see you on the channel. If you keep piloting this deck, if you guys don't know, I actually asked Luka for his list a while ago not a while ago, but like after he topped with this, because I kind of want to try this list out myself. So thank you, Luka, for being on the channel. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Do you have anything you want to say just before we head out?
No. Shout out to Untouchables, I guess.
All right, shout out to Untouchables. You already know that's the home. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's really all I gotta say. So, thank you, Luka, again. And with that, Spanko and Luka signing out. Peace.